No, please, 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 please. No, no, no. Please, no, 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 please. No, please, no, please, no.
Hey guys, it's Dan, your host of your Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back for another Walking Dead video for today. And in this video, we're going to be doing another Q&A video for The Walking Dead, and also discussing the ending of episode 14 with the big reveal of who took the guns. Want to talk about the return of Leah and what is coming up for her character coming up for the rest of season 11. Okay guys, this is going to be doing another video for today. This one's going to be doing another video for The Walking Dead. And in today's video, we're going to be doing another Q&A video for The Walking Dead. And in today's video, I figured we'd get started with a major discussion topic for this Q&A for The Walking Dead. And that is the cliffhanger that we were left on with episode 14 and the return of Leah. So, I wanted to discuss this one a little bit today, kind of talk about where I think this character is going to go, and obviously what they're going to be doing now that the character is back in the story, because we have not seen Leah since the beginning of this half season, and we are now nearing the end of the half season, and she's kind of just slowly kind of starting to fade back in a little bit as we're, you know, concluding these last two episodes here. So, what can we expect from Leah? Now, obviously, at the end of episode 14, we revealed that she was the one that not only killed the Commonwealth soldiers and, you know, obviously was the one that stole the guns that, of course, Toby was, you know, looking for throughout both of these episodes. She was the one that took the guns. She was the one that, of course, killed the soldiers. That also explains the slashed throats that Maggie, Lydia, and Elijah saw in episode 13 when they saw the zombified Commonwealth soldiers and they all had their throats slit, right? So, obviously, it all kind of adds up, and now we all know, you know, what it's all leading towards, which is Leah. So, question now is obviously, what are they going to do with her character now that she's back? Now, obviously, with the Reapers are done. The group is completely done. That group is not coming back, as far as my understanding goes. Because obviously that was all that, you know, we had left, obviously, and I don't think they would bring in like, oh, like there's more Reapers out there, there's your reveal, like, you know, no, I don't think so. I think Leah is on her own, and that is basically that's basically that. But the question is, has she found a group? You know, because obviously it's hard to tell right now because we've literally only seen her for like 2 seconds. But does she have a group, or is she on her own? Now, I think if they're going to want to turn her into a villain again, they're definitely going to have to give her a group. But the thing is, and this is the one thing that I'm kind of concerned about a little bit, is that obviously right now we're dealing with the Commonwealth, we're dealing with Lance, we're dealing with obviously, you know, kind of the, you know, the kind of stuff going on there, and I'm just kind of wondering what exactly they plan to do with Leah, I guess, because if she's on her own, I don't see what kind of threat that could really pose. And if she does have a group, then we're adding on another villain group when we already have Lance. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that's a little bit much, and that's why I'm kind of not sure what their real plan is with her. And that's what makes this predictions kind of difficult, is that I gotta be honest, I have no idea what they're about to do with her. We know she's not redeemed, that's for damn sure, because she's killing the soldiers, and she's just as savage as ever, as we can clearly tell. But I don't see her lasting that long, though, and that's the thing. Like, I always was under the impression that she was going to die in episode 9, and she didn't. So whatever happens with her going forward, I think it's going to be kind of like, you know, one final stand, one final fight. I don't see her being like a villain that's going to be ongoing until the show is over. I see Leah and her story being wrapped up legit even by the end of 11B if they wanted to. I mean, honestly, I would not be at all surprised, because I don't feel like it's time in the story for Lance to die. I certainly don't. You know, we still have Commonwealth, we still have all this stuff going on, so we'll see what they do with Leah, but as of right now, I'm saying, like, this should be a quick return. I don't think they need to do too much with her, because her story, if you ask me, is mostly over, and I'm still kind of wondering if they should have killed her in episode 9, but again, I'm not going to judge the story yet, because I want to see where it goes. Maybe this will go in a direction that's really good, But so far, I'm definitely intrigued by seeing her back because it's an interesting twist, you know, with her stealing the guns and stuff. But where it's gonna go is kind of where more my curiosity kind of kicks in. So I don't know. That's where I stand on the Leah return. I want to hear from you guys. How do you guys feel about her being back? Do you think they should have killed her initially, or do you like the approach that they're going with? I can't decide yet. I'm kind of undecided. I don't hate it. I don't love it. I'm kind of just, you know, open-minded with it, I guess. You know what I mean? Like, I'm interested in seeing what they do with it. I don't know if it'll be masterpiece writing with her or if it'll be, you know, kind of forced writing just to keep the character on longer, you know? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what they do. Definitely, Lynn Collins is a great actress, so I'm happy they still have her on the show. It's just, you know, I feel like the character right now is kind of a big question mark. You know what I mean? Like, it's probably the biggest question mark we have in the show right now. So, anyway, let's get into some of your Q&A comments and questions for this Q&A for The Walking Dead. First one today comes from Kimberly, who says that the episode was amazing. All amazing scenes, from Daryl showing Sebastian who's boss, to Mercer killing those guys, to the death of Toby, the Negan and Herschel stuff, and they say they could go on and on, but it was a really great episode. That's 3 times, too. So, my goodness, I could not agree more. Honestly, episode 14 was amazing. Honestly, I mean, it was amazing. I mean, I said it in the review, but episode 14 was absolutely outstanding. In particular, these last 2 episodes I've really enjoyed. 13 and 14 really made me, like, even more interested in this half season, because definitely 11B so far, it definitely was kind of a more slower half season there for a time, and then you kind of then get 13 and 14 that just kind of drag you back into the craziness we know this show to be, right? And I think that episode 14 as well definitely did that, and I agree. The Sebastian character, I mean, he's a piece of crap, but the actor does a really great job. And I really enjoyed seeing Mercer killing those guys, too. That was definitely kind of a twist for me. I didn't expect him to just shoot them like that, so that was really good. And, yeah, Negan and Herschel, man, honestly, I've heard a lot of people kind of going around saying, like, you know, the scene would have been better. Like, it was great, but the scene would have been better if we didn't know that Negan survived into his own spinoff. And I actually agree. And funny enough, Jeffrey D. Morgan actually agrees, because he actually made a statement recently saying that he is not happy that they released the Maggie and Negan spinoff announcement now. He actually is not happy about that. He made that publicly clear. So, and I could not agree with him more. Honestly, it's spoilers. I mean, I don't care what your announcements are. We know that Daryl's safe. We know that Carol's safe. We know Negan's safe. And we know Maggie's safe. So at any point that those characters are going to be in jeopardy, you know, we're not going to worry. And that's kind of sad because, you know, when Herschel, typically if Herschel had a gun pointed towards Negan and Negan was like kind of crying like that and shit, I'd be like, oh God, like, are they about to kill Negan? Like, they would have actually had me fooled for a second. So, you know what I mean? Like, that's the thing. Like, there should have been tension, but there wasn't. You know what I mean? And that shows how good the scene is, because that scene is still phenomenal. However, I do agree, definitely, without, like, you know, some of the stuff, like, you know, knowing about the spinoff and all that kind of stuff, yeah, it definitely would have been a bit more intense. But I still think the acting and the scene itself was absolutely amazingly done. Absolutely. Next one comes from Joanne, who says that they really enjoyed the episode as well, too. Great episode. And they thought that the Carol and Lance stuff was really cool. And they really like how Carol's kind of playing Lance. And Lance is kind of playing her at the same time, too. And they really enjoyed how when Daryl didn't show up for lunch, Carol was like, I'm going to grab Mercer and go find him. So, agreed. I absolutely love that as well, too. Carol's like, Daryl didn't show up for lunch? Well, for frig's sakes, I'm going after him, you know? Yeah, that's actually another thing, too, I'll say, is, yeah, Mercer was really fun in this one, too. I really liked, like, when they open up the door and he's just like, you gonna let us in or what? So, and then, obviously, they use, like, the guts trick and all that stuff, and, well, we did get, like, a minor, like, 1-episode character of April, which, yeah, you know, obviously it shows the desperation. It shows, like, you know, obviously, you know, what kind of bad condition she was in before Rosita, you know, and Daryl saved her. But I would have actually liked to see her go on, honestly. I mean, I think the death was really good, but I think seeing April go on longer, I think would have actually been cool, because it would have been actually cool to see, like, a character that they rescued, right? And, like, you know, she really, like, you know, looks up to Daryl, looks up to Rosita, and how amazing fighters they are and stuff, and, you know, almost feels like she owes them her life, you know, almost, if you will. I feel like she would have actually been an interesting character, and almost like over time she actually slowly gets like stronger. Like as the show goes on, she actually starts to evolve a bit. I don't know, I actually think April would have been a cool character to go on, but my goodness, I do agree. Carol and Lance, man, that's dynamic is the best. I love it. I mean, you know, I love it when Lance is just like, yeah, I'm so happy I can have someone that understands, you know, these types of things, and Carol's like, yeah, you know, and she just walks away and she's like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like, oh, frig. That's Carol. That's when you know to look the fuck out. So, and then the last comment, I figured we'd include this one, just because, well, I always like getting your guys' nice comments. This one's from Kylie, who says that, thank you so much for getting the review out as quick as you did. Not many people have the review out this soon, and they're happy that we released the review as soon as we did. So, yes, and thank you very much for that. I always like getting some nice comments like that from you guys. Yeah, I always try to release the reviews basically as soon as I can. Like, literally, this is what I do, right? I wake up Sunday morning, I watch the episode because, and this is no joke, I watch the episode before I even go on social media. Like, I go right to AMC Plus, because if I go on social media when I wake up in the morning, it'll be like, you know, like the fucking spoiler thumbnails everywhere, you know what I mean? So I wake up, I watch the episode, and then obviously, you know, this is what I usually do if you guys didn't know. I usually film all the videos in the morning, usually like, you know, 10, 11 in the morning, something like that. And I edit those for you guys, get that usually posted around noon, stuff like that. But yeah, that's usually what I do, and that's why I try to get the reviews out as soon as I can. Obviously, if it's a longer review, it takes a bit more time, but yeah, I'm honestly glad that you guys like the reviews, you know, bright and early in the morning like that. Obviously, I like to give my raw reaction to the episodes, and, you know, that's what we do, and yeah, I really enjoy doing that. So yeah, thank you very much for that. But anyway, I want to hear from you guys in the comments. What do you guys think is going on with Leah? You know, what's going on with Leah? Do you think she has a group potentially? Do you think she's on her own? You know, that type of thing. And, of course, what have you been thinking about episode 14? How is that episode aging for you as a Walking Dead fan? I will say it's aging amazing. Honestly, that episode is absolutely fantastic. So, anyway, let me know in the comment section below now. What do you guys think? And definitely write your comments in the comment section below about all this stuff. And, of course, guys, if you're new here, click subscribe and so you don't miss some of my videos for The Walking Dead. Follow Dan's Walking TV Instagram, guys. And, of course, I'll see you guys really soon for another video for The Walking Dead. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.
My God, no!
We'll be right back.